choice, Chuck.
Did you really think I was going to order the chicken?
Rush's, the official burger of USC football player Jackson Berger and all our hometown heroes.
Introducing this year's Carolina Jackpot $5 scratch-off ticket, featuring a chance to win up to $200,000. You can even enter your tickets into the Second Chance promotion. Step on the court for a chance to win $50, $75, or $100,000. This Palmetto Series, let's show who really runs this state.
Every athlete has a unique style. For me, it's about a one-of-a-kind approach to my sport. It's not just about what I do on the field, it's about who I am off of it. My inspirations, my taste, and my story. So when I got the chance to design my own sunglasses, I had to make them a reflection of me. Introducing my signature collection, the Lenore Sellers Autograph Series sunglasses. Every line, every color, every detail, chosen by me. They're not just built for performance, they're designed with my personality. The Lenore Sellers Autograph Series, my vision for your vision.
I love this place. I can go with the local barbecue, perfectly seasoned fried chicken, but I keep thinking about a juicy, delicious burger piled high with all my favorite toppings. Every game, every meal, I carry the weight of my namesake.
For Jackson Berger, there's only one true choice, and it's always 100% USDA choice, Chuck.
Did you really think I was going to order the chicken?
Rush's.
To Carolina Kickoff, presented by Rush's. The Gamecocks facing the fourth-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide tomorrow afternoon. And let's take a look at the series history. The Gamecocks and Tide have faced off 17 times before. Bama has won 14 of those games, including 3 of the last 5. As you can see here, the last time Carolina beat Bama was in 2010. And speaking of which, let's go back 15 years to that 2010 afternoon. Still the biggest upset in Carolina football history. The Gamecocks taking down number 1 Alabama 35-21. Gamecocks had 3 touchdowns through the air. 2 of them going to Gamecock great Alshon Jeffrey. Marcus Lattimore had a pair of touchdowns on the ground and gave Steve Spurrier that signature win at USC. Brandon, I know you were at that game as a recruit. What do you remember about that big upset?
Not being able to sit down. The entire game from start to finish, you pretty much had to stand up and watch it. But again, from start to finish, great game to watch, great atmosphere. Another reason why I'm here. So.
And we're going to have some recruits in town this weekend. What kind of a message does it send to potential Gamecock players when the South Carolina team can get a big upset win as they could do this weekend?
Yep. So just having that home atmosphere, everybody around you, a great environment to play in. Doesn't get any better.
Well, Brandon, that was a few years before you got here. Obviously, we talked about you were there as a recruit, but certainly cemented Spurs' legacy at South Carolina. But let's talk about this year's Alabama squad. What do you see from the Tide so far that makes them so dangerous?
Their defensive line, their defense, they rally behind the ball, they create penetration, and obviously their offense is looking good. We have to stop them on defense and get them 3 and out.
Yeah, they're looking really strong, but what are some areas where you think South Carolina may be able to take advantage and get an edge over Alabama?
Yeah, so just playing backyard football. I think we should go out there, just give it our all. As far as from start to finish, just go out there fighting. It happened before and it can happen again.
Well, last year the Gamecocks lost a close one in Tuscaloosa. How much of a motivation is that in the building, especially this week when you're bringing the Tide into your home environment?
Yeah, so personally, I love playing in front of other people. So as far as Alabama coming in, I think we'll do great, again, rallying behind our fans and getting them involved in the game.
Well, here's what Coach Shane Beamer had to say about tomorrow's matchup against the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, I think our guys have that understanding or that belief anyway, based on, who we believe we are, whether it's Alabama or anybody in this league. We have that confidence to go play on Saturday. But, certainly there's a lot of guys that were there and a lot of guys that made plays in that game that are back and, watching that tape of the game on all 3 phases. I mean, it's like every Saturday, it's a handful of plays that you either make or you don't make. And we made some great plays in that game last season. And then there were some plays to be made on offense, defense, and special teams where we just didn't quite make it. That could have been the difference in the game. But there's no question our guys have that belief and confidence.
Well, definitely super exciting as the Gamecocks still searching for that signature win of the 2025 season. Coming up on Carolina Kickoff, presented by Rushes, we sit down with one of the stars of Carolina's 2025 defense. Hear from Brian Thomas Jr. after the break.
At the time that I applied for this job, you had to have a college degree. Financially, I really wasn't sure what college was going to look like. And when I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief. The fact that somebody going to buy a lottery ticket helped me go to college. You know, everything you do has an impact, and it's incredible.
Safer waterways means a better South Carolina, and a better South Carolina means a better you.
If you're a Gamecock fan and a business owner, this is for you. What if every time a customer swiped their card at your business, instead of those processing fees vanishing to some giant corporation's? And what if, on top of that, Gamecock athletes like me help promote your business, making you the local favorite? I'm Oscar Alway III, running back for the South Carolina Gamecocks. And I'm excited to share our brand new partnership with Run Payments. We call it Run with the Garnet Trust. Here's how simple it is. 1, your customers pay you. Nothing changes there. 2, Run Payments processes the transaction. 3, instead of wasting those fees, a portion goes straight into NIL opportunities for Gamecock athletes. 4, and the best part, we turn around and promote your business into the entire Gamecock community. That means new customers, more visibility, and real hometown impact. Think about it. You're just redirecting money that was already leaving your pocket. Now it comes back home to support your Gamecocks, and in return, you get exposure from some of the most recognizable faces on campus. Plus, you can even save money on your processing fees. Supporting college athletes has never been this easy or this rewarding. From day one, you'll have a personal representative walking you through setup, equipment, and support. So if you run a restaurant, salon, retail shop, or any business that takes car payments, let's talk.
Gamecock Nation, the new era of college sports is here. Will you be ready? We'll make sure you are. Allow us to introduce ourselves. We are 1801 Media, and this is the frontier of athlete-driven media. Producing exclusive one-of-one Gamecocks content, telling the real stories of everyone who makes South Carolina athletics so great. Times have never been more exciting in Columbia. From Don's Dynasty to Beamer Ball, we'll be bringing you to the forefront of it all. Player-led shows with weekly guests featuring teammates, coaches, and everyone who makes up USC athletics. And that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of our content. And it's only happening here at 1801 Media. Welcome to the future, Gamecock Nation. Let's get to work. Spurs up.
Welcome back to Carolina Kickoff, presented by Rushes. Gamecock Edge Brian Thomas Jr. shares his inspiring SEC journey from his roots at a small school in Orlando, Florida, to making big plays for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Thomas opens up about defying expectations, overcoming that undersized label, and thriving in the competitive world of SEC football. Here's his sit down with Savell Newton.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of As I Sip My Coffee, man. We are rolling episode after episode. This is another great episode that we're bringing to you. And I got Brian Thomas, the senior, here with me today in studio. And we're going to get right down to it. Man, how you feel?
I feel great, man. Blessed to be here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is one of those things where you get to sit across with somebody who done it before you, who played. Now, I ain't played I played defense, but I didn't play defensive line. But, we about the same size. Yeah. Man, how does it feel, man, being a Gamecock, brother?
Man, it's a blessing, coming from a small school in Florida, being undersized, and just getting the opportunity to just come here and play in the SEC. Can't ask for nothing better.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you really can't ask for nothing better. And one of the things that you just said, one of the words you said, undersized.
Yeah.
And that has to be something that has been played or played to you over and over and over again. People talking about your size, but forgetting about your abilities. I watched you play, and seen how you have gotten stronger over the years, and to see like now you're able to bring something good to the game, because now it's kind of set up for the undersized, outside guys who are able to bring that blitz pressure and things like that. So the game has transitioned exactly the way you want it. How does that feel when you hear people say undersized?
It really it blows me sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because size don't really determine how fast I can get off the ball. It don't determine how fast I can get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I got the same moves. It never stopped me, just going to the camps, coming up as a youngin', going past the 6'7" dudes, you know what I'm saying? They big as hell, but they can't stop me, you know what I'm saying? So it's to me, size never matter, And I'm hearing from my pops too, he said size never matters. So just taking that into account whenever I go out there on the field, just doing me and being unstoppable.
That's great, man. Yeah. What part of Florida you were from again? Because we got so many Florida guys on the team now that I keep getting mixed up.
Orlando,
yeah. Man. Yeah. And so that's such a big city, and you think about some of the schools that's there, and you say you come from one of the smaller schools there. Mm-hmm. How did that feel? Like coming up, you got all the Florida schools right there, and then you end up in South Carolina.
It felt regular, everybody got their own path, so I was just put my head down, went to camps. Anytime I was in games in high school, just try to get the most sacks, numbers stand out. So just trying to go out there, get the most sacks, get my name out there, become known, and just get an offer.
You mentioned your father, and you talk about how big of a role those fathers play into you becoming a great player. How big was your dad in your football years?
Man, big role. Not everybody has the opportunity to have a pops that played professionally. You know what I'm saying, for 10 plus years in the league. So just and not only playing the same position as him, I got a whole head start in front of everybody, which is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for nothing better than that. So just going out there, going out there and doing what he told me to do. High school is different. You just get off the ball and go around the corner and stuff like that. But when it comes to college, when you a freshman and stuff like that, you got to jump in front of everybody a little bit, and you just go out there and just play ball.
Well, thanks to Brian Thomas for sitting down with us, and you can watch his full interview on 1801 Media's YouTube page. Brandon, the defense has been a bright spot this year for the Gamecocks. What are some things that you think they've done really well so far, and what are some things that they need to make sure they do tomorrow?
Yeah, just flying around to the ball. Dylan has been doing a great job, as well as the others. Just keep flying around to the ball, creating turnovers, and getting the ball back in our offensive weapons' hands.
In your opinion, we've seen in some of these wins for South Carolina this season, they've been able to rely on some defensive touchdowns. Do you think that's going to be a key piece for South Carolina tomorrow? Do you think that's something that they need, or that it would just kind of help?
A little bit of both. We'll definitely need help from our defense, for sure. Just having each and all 11 guys surround the ball for Alabama, and really just shooting their shot as far as just getting that ball and getting it back to our offensive guys' hands.
Well, coming up on Carolina Kickoff, presented by Rushes, we introduce you the newest member of the University of South Carolina Athletics Hall of Fame. We'll be right back.
I love this place. I can go with the local barbecue, perfectly seasoned fried chicken, hot dog with chili, and the famous fries. But I keep thinking about a juicy, delicious burger, piled high with all my favorite toppings. Every game, every meal, I carry the weight of my namesake.
Welcome to Rush's. May I take your order, please?
It's destiny. I'll take a double bacon cheeseburger basket and a sweet tea.
For Jackson Burger, there's only one true choice, and it's always 100% USDA choice chuck.
Did you really think I was going to order the chicken?
Rush's, the official burger of USC football player Jackson Burger and all our hometown heroes.
Every athlete has a unique style. For me, it's about a one-of-a-kind approach to my sport. It's not just about what I do on the field, it's about who I am off of it. My inspirations, my taste, and my story. So when I got the chance to design my own sunglasses, I had to make them a reflection of me. Introducing my signature collection, the Lenore Sellers Autograph Series sunglasses. Every line, every color, every detail, chosen by me. They're not just built for performance, they're designed with my personality. The Lenore Sellers Autograph Series, my vision for your vision.
I love this place. I can go with the local barbecue, perfectly seasoned fried chicken, but I keep thinking about a juicy, delicious burger piled high with all my favorite toppings. Every game, every meal, I carry the weight of my namesake.
For Jackson Burger, there's only one true choice, and it's always 100% USDA choice chuck.
Did you really think I was going to order the chicken?
Rush's.
Introducing this year's Carolina Jackpot $5 scratch-off ticket, featuring a chance to win up to $200,000. You can even enter your tickets into the Second Chance promotion. Step on the court for a chance to win $50, $75, or $100,000. This Palmetto Series, let's show who really runs this state.
Welcome back to Carolina Kickoff, presented by Rush's. There were a lot of stars on campus last night as the University of South Carolina Athletics Hall of Fame inducted 6 new members, including Gamecock women's basketball great Asia Wilson, national tennis champion Paul Jubb, track and field Tatasha Hastings, men's diving Brandon Holko, swimmer Akram Mahmoud, and soccer's Molly Patton. Asia Wilson took some time to talk with us last night. Here's what she had to say.
Man, this is definitely probably top 3. I mean, when you're a Hall of Famer, no matter where you are, it's special. And particularly here at the University of South Carolina, like it's truly been a long journey. But this city, this state has opened me with wide open arms, and I'm just grateful to kind of be a Hall of Famer now.
You still got the championship glow?
Yeah. I'm finally coming down a little bit. I'm kind of going back to reality and back to the normal world. But it's definitely been just a whole lot of fun. Like I said, this year has been phenomenal, from the start of getting my jersey retirement to obviously winning our 3rd championship to now. It's been one heck of a year for me, but I'm blessed and I'm happy.
Well, Brandon, there were some incredible athletes inducted last night. Of course, one of them being Asia Wilson, a hometown kid that went on to represent the Gamecocks and do some incredible things professionally. As someone who was also a hometown kid, what kind of pride comes from being able to represent your university at the highest level?
Yeah, we definitely carry it on our chest, on our sleeves. We love the atmosphere, the fans. We love them. And just seeing them each and every week, it's kind of just you go out there and play your role.
When you were a kid growing up in the area, how much of a factor did being born and raised in this community play into wanting to come play for the Gamecocks?
It was a huge part, just having my family at all my games growing up. So just seeing them again here on Saturday was a great feeling.
And we're going to have some recruits here tomorrow. Some of them may be pretty local. What would be a message you want to share to them when it comes to making the decision to stay home?
Yes. So we're in the SEC, and obviously you have a great backing behind Carolina fans. So you would definitely love the University Stadium.
Well, coming up on Carolina Kickoff, presented by Rush's, we introduce you to a in-state South Carolina student athlete who is being honored and supported by the South Carolina Education Lottery. Stick around, and we'll be right back.
I love this place. I can go with the local barbecue, perfectly seasoned fried chicken, but I keep thinking about a juicy, delicious burger piled high with all my favorite toppings. Every game, every meal, I carry the weight of my namesake.
For Jackson Burger, there's only one true choice, and it's always 100% USDA choice chuck.
Did you really think I was going to order the chicken?
Rushes.
My name's Adam Gorlitsky, the founder and executive director of I Got Legs. We help paralyzed athletes get access to exoskeletons that allows them to stand up and walk again. The South Carolina Education Lottery allowed me to get an education and then use it as a springboard in really launching my organization. It all kind of connects back to making life a little bit easier for people.
More accessibility means a better South Carolina, and a better South Carolina means a better you.
I love this place. I can go with the local barbecue, perfectly seasoned fried chicken, hot dog with chili, and the famous fries. But I keep thinking about a juicy, delicious burger piled high with all my favorite toppings. Every game, every meal, I carry the weight of my namesake.
Welcome, Rushes. May I take your order, please?
It's destiny. I'll take a double bacon cheeseburger basket and a sweet tea.
For Jackson Burger, there's only one true choice, and it's always 100% USDA choice chuck.
Did you really think I was going to order the chicken?
Rushes, the official burger of USC football player Jackson Burger and all our hometown heroes.
This is more than just a game. It's tradition, legacy. It's a battle for pride. I'm Hanna Barton, and this is where your Gamecock weekend begins. We've got the expert analysis, the sideline intel, and the keys to victory you won't find anywhere else. And we're going to have some fun while giving you the inside scoop on everything you need to know. Before the whistle, before the first kickoff, it all starts right here. Join us for Carolina Kickoff every Friday afternoon before home games, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and X.
Well, welcome back to Carolina Kickoff presented by Rushes. Each week on the show, we'll introduce you to a Gamecock athlete that's earned the support of the South Carolina Education Lottery through one of their education scholarships. This week, I sat down with Gamecock Volleyball's Liz McElveen. All right, Liz, thank you for joining me.
Yes, of course.
So, grew up in Rock Hill. Now you represent Gamecock Volleyball.
Yes.
Were you always a South Carolina fan?
I was. I have been since I was a baby. There are definitely many pictures of me out there in cheerleading costumes with Carolina on my chest. So, yes.
What are some of your first memories of Gamecock Volleyball? Did you ever go to games when you were a kid?
I did not when I was a kid, but I was definitely in Cola for some football games for sure.
Well, of course. So what does your journey look like coming to South Carolina and being able to be a part of the Gamecock Volleyball program?
Yeah, so when I was 8, I started playing volleyball. I started out a club in Rock Hill, and then I transitioned to a club in Charlotte, North Carolina. Played at CUVC for the rest since I was like 11 or 12. And then, recruiting started, which was a crazy journey. And they were probably my third visit, and I was stoked to be here, obviously, just born and raised a South Carolina fan. And so as soon as I stepped on campus, I was like, this is home. This is for sure home. So that's kind of like where it took. And then I met all the girls, and it was awesome.
And now you're getting the chance to live that out. What has your first few years with this program been like? What have you been able to gain both on the court and off the court?
Yeah. It's been really awesome. I've enjoyed every single year I've been here. Freshman year, you just kind of learn the role of being a college student and, making sure school comes first, obviously, but then also your athletics and everything like that. You're super busy, especially us in the fall, super busy. So just kind of learning that role freshman year, and thank goodness for some teammates for sure to help me under that and grab me under my wing and stuff. Sophomore year was on the court more, and so kind of learned that role of, people are watching you, and learning that role is just like, you have people looking up to you. So that was a really cool experience too. And then this year is just, all about just being in it and, wanting that fight to win and that drive and just being competitive and helping teammates learn, and especially bringing those freshmen in, kind of grabbing them how I was grabbed my freshman year.
And from an academic standpoint, I know you shared that the goal for you is to go into coaching.
Yes.
What kind of an opportunity has being a Gamecock student athlete provided you in terms of currently and then also your path for the future?
Yeah. So I am in sports management.
And I am graduating in 3 years with that. So this spring I will be graduating, and then I really want to go get my master's in business. So I'll be doing that and using up my last year of eligibility, of course. And then after that, just stepping into that role. We have great coaches right now who really want to help me get into that role and put my foot in the door in that way, and, you know, kind of take me under their wing in that way too.
Now, how has the support of the South Carolina State Lottery opened the door for you to be able to have what you just shared, both on the court and off the court?
Yeah, so it was not a decision factor, but it definitely is relieving some pressure from my family, of course. And even me, you know, you do take on that role after helping pay back a little bit. But for my family, I love that I could help them in that aspect a little bit.
And do you have a favorite memory so far as a member of Gamecock Volleyball?
There are so many to choose from. I would say a big one would be making it to the NCAA tournament last year. Just getting that experience as a sophomore was so cool, and with the girls too, that you just love and that you could compete with and be yourself with, and seeing them light up too, especially the seniors and grad students who wanted to make it one more time. That was really exciting, and just that drive to get there too was awesome.
And you guys will be heading back this year, right?
Of course.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, we want to thank the South Carolina Education Lottery for helping so many South Carolina athletes and students receive the support that they so deserve. And that will do it for us. Brandon, thank you so much for joining me.
Appreciate it.
Loved having you on the show. But we want to thank our amazing guests, the Garnet Trust, the University of South Carolina, and our tremendous sponsors, Rushes and the South Carolina Education Lottery, for making this all possible. We'll see you for our next show on November 22nd when the Gamecocks host Coastal Carolina. But until then, go Gamecocks.